Awesome. All right, so first of all, please turn on your screens if you're here. I don't see very many of you. I think I must have it so that I don't see kids who don't have their screens on. Let me put it on gallery. There we go. All right. It is Monday morning. We have only 4 days of school this week because Friday is the teacher work day where we're doing report cards. So you guys only have 4 days of school. It's the second half of our flex week. So you're still working on your flex projects, which means the only Florida virtual that we're doing right now is actually the math that you're submitting. And then we're going to actually continue doing some science lessons, but you won't have to submit anything. So I'm finishing up that whole energy unit in science, and then we'll be starting social studies next week. So we'll start new Florida virtual modules next week. But this week is still your flex passion project. So you should be working on that. It was a little confusing because I copied that assignment from when we did it before, but I didn't realize it also copied like all of your submissions. So when you go into the assignment, it doesn't even show it as due. So what I've been trying to do is go back into the new assignment. And I'm sorry if you've already submitted on one of those and I sent you a note saying you didn't submit, because it's really hard for me to tell if it's old or new work. So I tried to go in and resubmit all of those flex week 2 or day 2 projects, because it looked to me like most of them were old. And I want you to resubmit your new ones. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. I'll share my screen in a minute and show you what I'm talking about, because I know it's a little bit confusing. So this week's a fun week because on Wednesday, so today's Monday and then tomorrow's Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, it's the start of February. And February 1st is known as Global School Play Day. So what Global School Play Day is all about is the fact that used to be kids were not as busy as they are now. And some of you guys aren't as busy as some kids. Like now a lot of kids go to school and then they go to lessons and they don't have any downtime. And when they're not doing work, they're on a computer. And so they don't get a chance to use their imaginations and negotiate with other children. When I was a child, we had a lot of time in the neighborhood, making up games, making up rules, negotiating with each other. And those skills of trying to come up with something to do, trying to figure out how to communicate with each other, trying to work through problems in a game and using your imagination are all really good life skills. So somebody came up with this idea that we have one day of school where it's completely unstructured, which means the teacher does not tell you what to do and does not help you get along with each other. And so if we were at school, what I would have you do is bring in your toys, and they would have to be toys that don't use batteries, so not electronic. Things like Hot Wheels and Monopoly games and all that kind of stuff, stuffed animals. And my class in the past has done things like create a mini economy, and they like took the desks in one area, they built forts in the room, and like one area is a store and one area is a market, and then they sell things to each other. But it's kind of a day for you guys to come up with cool ways to play together. You can bring whatever you want, and then I will set up breakout rooms for you. I will be there all day, helping out if you need something. But for the most part, it's your day to work through what Kaino is complaining about right now, boredom, by coming up with something to do that you want to do. So you can bring a game, like I've had kids play Monopoly online, where one kid has the board and is moving the pieces and the other kids are just telling them where to move them. Like, you can roll the dice online and then say, tell them what you want to do. So kids have played Monopoly online. Kids have actually made little economies and like built things at home and sold them to each other online. So it's kind of up to you what you do that day. So I wanted to give you a warning so that you can start thinking about what you might like to do with friends. You could do a play. I've got a lot of scripts if you wanted to do a play. There are a lot of online games that are not really electronic. They're like, if it's a game that's like an in-person game, like chess or checkers or Connect Four, or any of those games that you could do in person, I'll let you do that online. But just know, like, no video games, like no Minecraft or anything like that, where you're in another world. You need to be in your own world that you're making up. Any questions about Global School Play Day? And then that is also Read Aloud Day. So Mr. Odom, our principal, is going to come into class that morning and read you guys a book about being creative. So that's kind of what's going on with that this week. We're continuing our Flex project. I am going to be teaching science. We do have our groups, and we are not doing any in person this week. Can I ask you guys for a little bit of feedback? So the first few in-persons, we tried to have it be hybrid, like everybody worked together in the morning. And then when we did in person, we had you guys watching, but didn't really incorporate you too much. Last Friday, I tried to do a special morning for just the people who didn't come to in person. And then in the afternoon, it was mostly just for the people who came to in person. I'd kind of like to hear from you which one you think works better. Do you like it when we have a specific morning for the kids who can't come in person? Did that go well? I know it has a thumbs up. And like that morning, you really didn't have to come in. So like Vivi didn't come to the morning because she knew she was coming to the in-person. Some of you came to both, but really it's set up to make it more like, let's focus on just those kids in the morning and just the other kids in the afternoon. So I'm not hearing any complaints about it. Our next in-person is another one. Yeah.
No, you can talk first.
So our next in-person is the same schedule. So it's not this Friday, but it's the next week on Friday, and it's in the afternoon. So we'll do it the same way, where we have a morning for the kids who are online, and then an afternoon for the kids in person. This last in-person was a very unstructured in-person. I'll probably alternate them. So like the one before this, we did the science experiments and it was very structured. This last one was unstructured. The next one will be more structured. So you can let me know which you prefer. All right, that's it for that. Let me share my screen and show you a couple of things that are going on this week. What's going on? Here we go. Not that. All right, so here's not what we're looking at. Where's our calendar? There it is. Okay, so here's the week at a glance. I'm getting rid of this link. This isn't even the right link. So one thing that we did in person is we started practicing our glow in the dark dance. I think we could do it. I mean, it can really only be the kids in person doing that one, but maybe we'll come up with another thing to record for the kids online where you're all in your little boxes doing something. If you come up with anything creative, let me know, but let's try to think of a performance thing that we could record and put onto the, we actually have for our school a Flex YouTube channel where we put things that kids do on there. So it might be kind of fun. Here's our week. No school for kids on Friday. Global School Play Day on Wednesday. And we're working on our passion project. Today is day 3, where you give me your plan. So you're supposed to have already submitted what you're working on. And you were supposed to have submitted like a list of things where you're getting your information, or at least some places that you're getting information. And then today you submit a plan of what you're going to do. Tomorrow you need to be doing it and giving me some proof that you're doing it, like taking a picture. And then on Wednesday, we're not really going to do it because we're doing our free global play day. But on Thursday, you'll present your project in some way, however you're planning to present that. We also have a weird thing with the AB schedule. So this Friday is an A day and the following Monday is an A day. So I have to go in and change it because it's messed up. And they're doing that to balance out the schedule because it's a new term on Monday. And we are getting a new student on Monday, I believe, just one. Math, we're doing 802 today. It's a quiz. 803 tomorrow, it's an assignment. We're not doing math on Wednesday. And on Thursday, 804, and it's a quiz. So working through, we have the SRG book club today at 10:30. We do not have it on Wednesday since it's the play day. We do have the reading cats tomorrow and on Thursday, and the love of reading on Tuesday and Thursday, and the reading warlords today, the untitled's tomorrow, then the warlords you'll skip Thursday, and then the untitled on Thursday. So, or you'll skip Wednesday. Let me go to that assignment and show you what I was talking about with the resubmission. So in the passion project, here's day 1. You were supposed to decide what you were doing and then just submit something telling me what you're doing. So when I went to the speed grader to look at, and I apologize if yours is the one that comes up, like Mila's is here, but this is hers, I think from last time. Coral reefs was definitely Megan last time. So what I've kind of been trying to do is like put in, like, I know that Megan's working on whales this time, so I went ahead and gave her credit on this assignment. But if you go to day 2, what I've been doing is going to the speed grader, checking to see if you've got something new in there. Oh, okay. So this is a new one for Mohammed. You just submitted this, Mohammed, didn't you? So that's great. So he's got his in there. His new one is in there, which is great. And I'll just submit that and go to the next kid. So Eli's is his old one. And you see here, I said, make sure to resubmit your new project. And then I've reassigned it to him. So if yours is reassigned and you had already submitted, just send me a note saying, Ms. Laws, this was my new one. Okay. Make sure to resubmit your new project. So I've been trying to put that on everybody's so that you can resubmit it, because a bunch of them are your old assignments. That's that one. And then today you're going to submit your plan, and I'm going to go in and resubmit all of those too. So I apologize for the way I copied that. I won't do an assignment like that again because that was super confusing. All right, let's do our weekly jobs. So I've got my weather person, my riddler, my fact person, and my jokester. Unless anyone has questions about what's going on with Flex Week or Global Play Day. Usually I have questions on Global Play Day, like what can I bring in? No? Guys are so quiet. You know, in person, you are not so quiet. All right, then right now, let's go ahead and have our jobs. Who's ready? My Factster, my Riddler, my jokes.
I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead, Fact Master.
No, it's a different person, Mila, the weather person.
Oh, well, I saw Vivi's hand raised. So we'll do Vivi and then we'll do you. Okay, Mila?
No, Mila can go first.
Okay, Mila, go ahead and go first. It's cold.
For Monday today, it's partly cloudy and it's going to be 41 in the morning and 25 later. On Tuesday,
that's cold.
Yeah, on Tuesday, it's also partly cloudy. It's going to be 44 in the morning and 31 later. On Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy again, 50 in the morning and 32 later. On Thursday, it's going to be
Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear her? She went silent.
He froze.
Mila, your screen froze. Huh. Mila, are you there? I'm going to mute you and then unmute yourself and see if that fixes it.
I just heard her.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back. Yay. Okay, so we got to Tuesday and then it got, you cut out.
Oh, on Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy again. It's going to be 50 in the morning and then 32 later. On Thursday, it's going to be cloudy. It's going to be 48 in the morning and 40 later. On Friday, it's going to be rainy. It's going to be 51 in the morning and 41 later. On Saturday, it's going to be rainy. It's going to be 52 in the morning and 43 later. And on Sunday, it's going to be raining. It's going to be 48 in the morning and 41 later.
So it's warming up later in the week and getting wet. So one interesting thing about Oregon is when we get the wet weather, when we get the rain and the snow, it usually comes from the ocean and it's warmer. We have maritime temperatures. It comes off the ocean and the air is warmer. When we get these super cold weeks like this and it's sunny, it's because the wind is blowing over the land. It's coming from Eastern Oregon. So it's a lot colder, but it's usually dry. So that's why we don't get so much snow, is because when it's cold enough to snow, we don't have the wet weather. And when it's wet, it's coming from the ocean and it's warmer. So it's a unique combination of factors that gets us both wet and cold, and we get the snow. So this week, not too snowy, but beautiful and sunny out there, very cold, stay warm, put out hummingbird juice for your hummingbirds because they're having a hard time staying warm out there, the poor little things. Do you guys have hummingbird feeders at your houses? Anybody? Yeah, Lauren? Yeah, they're going crazy right now, aren't they? Sucking up all their nectar. Okay, friends. Who do I have next? Vivi.
Hyenas. Oh yeah. Hyenas actually are better than lions with hunting.
Okay.
They are not scavengers, number one.
They're not?
They will, yeah. Well, they're partially, but they will eat most of the kills. They will never get tired while running. They cannot get tired while running, so they can chase you down until you go down. And they won't. Amanda say they will not stop until you're dead to eat you. They'll just stop until you're stop. They will, and they'll eat you alive. They'll just
Hyenas will eat us alive?
Yeah, they will eat the prey alive, or it could be humans, because they don't wait until the prey, the thing they're hunting is dead. They'll just wait it until it can move.
Lovely. So are hyenas amongst your yucky animal list that you're making?
Oh
Include
no, it's pandas, orcas, humans, of course.
Okay, thank you very much. How about our Riddler and our Jokester? Do you guys have stuff? I don't even see our Riddler here today. He's not here. How about our Jokester? I should have sent Liam. I should have called Liam because he keeps sleeping in on Monday mornings. We're gonna have to give him a hard time at 10 o'clock when he comes in. I'll bet you he slept in again today. Eli, do you have a joke? Eli, are you listening? Do you have a joke? No? Okay, 10 o'clock for your joke. All right, you guys, it is 8:50. It's about 20 minutes till. Today, since you don't have language arts, you need to go in and make sure you've submitted your project to me. I need these people to stay on and tell me what they're working on. Javier, if you're here, you were here earlier. Are you still here? I don't know what you're working on, so please send me a note. Tell me what you're working on. Sophia, are you here? I need to know what you're working on. Jax, I need to know what you're working on. Lauren, I need to know what project you're working on this week. Luis, I need to know which module you decided to focus on in Florida Virtual. Sasha, I need to know what project you're working on, and that is it. And Vivi, I know you said you submitted, but the one that I saw in there was the cat behavior one. So I'm not sure if that's your new one. Anyway, let me know. Okay.
No, it isn't.
It isn't? Okay, then that's the one that I saw on there. So I'll resubmit it to you and you can tell me what you're working on.
But I submitted it, the new one.
Under the project one? I'll go look
Well,
again.
I did the first day, but not the second day yet.
Okay, maybe I wasn't looking at the right one. I'll look again. All right, friends. Stay and talk with me if you need to. Otherwise, you can take off and work on your passion projects. I'll see you at 10 o'clock. Mila, what's your question?
Bye.
If I only have 3 days to work on the Flex project, then I might need to do something else because I don't think that I can do my idea in 3 days.
Okay, and my answer to you is that you had more than 3 days. So what were you doing the last couple of days? Were you starting on it?
Oh, I was supposed to be.
Because you were supposed to work on it last week, Thursday and Friday. Right? So yes, you're going to need to come up with something you can do in 3 days. Instead of making life really difficult, you can just pick something simple. Like some people are just, somebody's studying wolves, somebody's studying whales.
Wait, Miss Laws.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said. My internet connection went out.
Oh, sorry. So I said, first of all, you did have more than 3 days because you had last week that you were supposed to be working on it. So I'm not sure what you were doing on Thursday and Friday, but you could also just make your life easier by picking something simple that you're just interested in. Like I want to study rocks, or I want to study wolves, or I want to study, something simple versus trying to do a big project. Because a lot of people just do, they just research something. I know simple isn't your style, but look at the pink dog. Hi, Amoy. It was so nice meeting you in person. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave early.
Oh, well, you missed our game at the end, but we'll get together again soon. Yay. Anybody else have questions for me about the project? Okay, then get to work. Javier, did you put something in there about what you're working on? Or are you going to submit it? Javier, I see you there. You can submit it in the chat if you don't want to talk. Christian, I know what you're working on, so you can take off. Amoy, what are you working on? Oh, you're doing that poster, the anime poster. Lauren, did you tell me what you're working on?
Yeah, I told you that I'm working on a game, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish it. So I
That's
think
okay.
I'm.
If you're starting on a game or something like that and trying to tackle it, it's okay if you don't finish it. You can just work on it. And you'll get
Okay,
it done in
thank
time.
you.
And
Thank you.
okay, Javier, just submit it. That'd be great. Great. Anybody else? Christian?
Wait, a lot of people went to the in person, right?
Yeah, 10 people.
Can I
That means they basically all got their micro bit and their
Can I leave? I submitted.
Oh, that was the last thing I needed to tell you. Christian, Jax, Sophia, and Lauren. Is Lauren gone? I'm going to bring your microbits and your books to you today. I'm going to deliver them to your house.
I have a question.
Wait, when are you gonna deliver them?
Christian, what?
When are you gonna deliver them?
After school today, I'll drive over to your house and bring it to you. Okay. I'll knock on your door. If you want to say hi, you can say hi.
Okay.
If I'm scary, then don't answer the door. I'm pretty scary looking.
Hello.
Question.
Miss Lodge, your glasses is crooked.
Yes, Amadi, what?
Can I leave? I submitted
Yes,
my
leave.
work.
Leave. Bye-bye. See you later. Go work on your passion project.
Miss Laws, what is Global Play Day?
Well, it's a day where kids can play their own games. So like you can go to a breakout room and you can invent a country and you can have stores, or you can play Hot Wheels, or you can play Monopoly, or another game. If you have a board game at home, you can play a board game. Bye, Amoy. See you later. Bye, Kainoa. See you later.
Is there anything that like doesn't involve?
The only thing you can't do is play video games. But
No.
otherwise you can play whatever games you want. You can draw, you can dance, you can play,
Okay.
but you have to use your imagination. That's the whole point.
I don't really have imaginating things in this room.
You'll come up with something. I mean, I'll tell you what, the kids at school, you know what they like to do? They like to like make things out of paper. They're like, this is an amazing dish. You can buy it for $5. And then the kids would like buy and sell things and keep track of their money. They had fun doing that, making an economy,
Okay.
just kind of making up a game. So it's just a day to use your imagination. Maybe somebody else will have a good idea and you could play, and that would be good. Or you could build things, like you could have a fort building contest and everybody could build big forts in their rooms. Okay. You're the last one here, my friend. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's so much.
How has reading been going, Christian? Are you ready to do another reading test? Have you been reading a lot lately? Did you read those books to your sisters?
Not yet.
All right, Christian, dude, do it today, because I want to give you that other reading test and I want you to have moved up a level. And I feel like your reading is coming along really well, but you need to be doing more reading. Okay? Grab those books and read. Bye, buddy.